Okay, so welcome back. Today's video is going to be about how to find good influencers for your Shopify dropshipping store. Now, there's been a lot of videos made on this, and I don't think many have really touched on this way to do it. Obviously, this isn't usually the conventional way, but it is a very basic way, and it's very easily accessible. Now, I've got here Sustainable Sprout, which is a gardening page, gardening influencer. Now they have a website. They are pretty professional. If you get on here, they've got good photos and stuff like that. It looks very, very good. Their Instagram page, and they would, although they have 57,000 followers, they do genuinely have decent engagement rate. With I've already checked it on Flanks, which I will link in the description of this video. The pretty good engagement rate. The best engagement rate is probably around 4%. That's pretty much what you're looking for. You can drop below. This will be a very, very cheap one, but this is very, very good for a low tier one. I'm not too sure, what their rates will be, but I can imagine they'll be decent. So now, obviously, I'm going to go into Flanks a little bit now. They offer an influencer engagement calculator, which is very, very useful. A lot of companies will charge you for this, and how to check your influencer and check whether they are good or bad or whatever. It's very important that you know that it is very difficult to find the perfect influencer. So you've got to use things like these, use tools like these, which I'll link them in the description. There is 10 minutes engagement calculator manager, which I'll go through maybe in another video. But yeah, there's a lot of ways to check. Now, in terms of finding them, I just searched gardening. This is one of them that came up, and they offer featured seeds, giveaways, hint, whatever. They're very, very decent. That page, that's got almost 4,000 likes, which is very good. Now, in terms of how to find influencers, if this isn't good enough for you, which, if you are a high tier, 57 followers isn't going to be enough, no matter what. This is what I usually do. I'll just press on that, bring down the suggested, and just go through them and find the best ones, which is, I know, it's not like super high tier, but it will bring you the best results, in my opinion. And just go through these, and you'll find, hopefully, your favourite, the one that will make you the most money. Now, once you've done that, the best way to actually get in contact with these people is to DM them. Obviously, I can't do it on computer, but you DM them. I've seen a lot of people who are very, very good at dropshipping. They use completely different methods to me. They use completely different methods to each other. It doesn't really matter what you say, but if you are going through a lot of people, you're gonna message like 10, 15 people a day, whatever. Maybe you'll just go for a basic and just ask what the rates are, which is, I know what a lot of people do. Advertising rates ? That sort of thing. However, I like to a lot of people are passionate about their pages. Very, very passionate, because it started out, a lot of them are a hobby, and it's not usually something that they're willing to monetize with ease. Especially this one, there's nothing on the story at the moment. It's not like they've got a lot of people, so you probably get good rates for this one. But what I mean is, people started this out as a hobby. It was never meant to be monetized, but they saw an opportunity and they took it. That's usually how it works with niche pages like this, or theme pages, whatever. So what you're going to do, what I recommend that you do, is you go on to you DM them, whatever, email, whatever, it doesn't really matter. But you should probably say, hey, I like your page, I've been following it for a while. It doesn't necessarily have to be true, but just say what you rate, something along those lines. And usually they will come back with a response not too long after that. So yeah, that's a very, very good method, I do believe, for buttering them up, I guess, a little bit, and making them like you a little bit more. So it's important, it's important to make a good first impression. Now, there's another video that I'm actually going to go for in the future, is buying followers for your Instagram page, because you're going to want to DM them from your Instagram page, so they can, be like, oh, is this someone who I want to advertise, blah blah blah. So yeah, you're going to want to make your Instagram page look good. You've got to buy followers. You're going to make Instagram page look nice and fresh and stuff like that. And it is important. Again, it's not. It's been said before, but it's very important that your Instagram page looks good. I'm going to go through in the future videos on how to make your ads look good. Basically everything to do with this. And if you watch them all, I'm going to put them in certain playlists and stuff like that. If you watch them all, that will, pretty much just tell you what you need to do, or just give you suggestions mainly. So yeah, that is essentially the gist of what you want to do to look for good influencers. Go through the suggested, find the right one. Which I said I'm going to make a video on that, finding the right one and what you should look for in them. First glance, urban, veggie, there's so many, especially in the garden niche, which is actually very saturated at the moment. But there's still a lot of money made. Not right now because it's not summer, but it is something for the future maybe. So yeah, thanks for watching. I appreciate you watching, and if you are looking into starting Shopify in the near future, I do have a link in the description for a big free trial for you. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.